This debate will come to order. The resolution before us today is, be it resolved that schools should require their students to wear school uniforms. Representing the affirmative team are its speakers, Klaus Cole and James Lee. Representing the negative are its speakers, Brian Kwan and Annie Hong. On behalf of OSS International Academy, I would like to express a sincere welcome to our judges and guests. I, Julia, am your moderator. Each speaker will deliver a constructive speech. Each speaker will also get an opportunity to give a rebuttal. I now call up Klaus, the first affirmative speaker, to introduce the affirmative case.
Soldiers wear regimentals, doctors and scientists wear white gowns, and workers at many companies wear some formal uniforms. These special clothes are needed for their work. They also promote a better working environment. Madam Moderator, honorable judges, my dear opponents, and ladies and gentlemen, we, the affirmative team, believe that students should be required to wear school uniforms. But before I continue my constructive speech, I'd like to rephrase the resolution before today. It means all the schools should make all the students wear specific clothes to the school. School uniforms prepare children for the life in the real world, put an end to the wearing of inappropriate attire in schools, and help to reduce incidents of bullying and fighting. Madam Moderator, Kenyan schools should require students to wear uniforms. By having a dress code, schools can better prepare students for life after their education. In the future, students may find themselves working in a prestigious office or major company. To get these outstanding jobs, they need to know which clothes are appropriate and are not. Having a dress code in schools helps students to figure this out. Wearing the right clothes for work will help them to get promoted. Also, in interviews, a person with neat clothes will have a better chance to get employed. Next, Madam Moderator, there are currently too many students wearing inappropriate clothes to schools. Especially in the summer, some students wear extremely short shirts or baggy pants which show their underwear, and others wear very revealing clothes. By requiring students to wear uniforms, schools will help to put a stop to children wearing unsuitable clothing. Presently, there are constant battles between teachers and students over clothing. Teachers are supposed to ensure that the classroom environment is conducive to learning, but because so many students wear inappropriate clothes, there are fights between teachers and students. If students are compelled to wear uniforms, the problem of students wearing clothes that are not right for school will be solved. Finally, too many students are obsessed with expensive clothes and popular brands of clothes. Some of their clothes are very expensive and put a great burden on parents who are struggling financially. Some students actually fight over these expensive clothes. In Korea, in January 2012, some middle school students were involved in a serious bullying incident over a popular brand of jacket, the North Face. Madam Moderator, some students are jealous of their friends' clothes and will do almost anything, including stealing them or destroying them. This is intolerable, and schools must address the issue. The best solution is to introduce a dress code and compel all the students to dress the same. Indeed, Madam Moderator, uniforms are an effective solution to the problem of bullying and fighting in schools, and a cost-saving solution for parents who are currently spending exorbitant amounts of money on their children's daily clothes. For these reasons, we, the affirmative team, fully support the resolution that calls for schools to require students to wear school uniforms. Thank you.
I thank the member for his remarks. I now call upon Brian, the first negative speaker, to give his rebuttal and constructive speech.
Madam Moderator, before I can start my constructive speech, I may now rebuttal the point from my opponent's clause. First of all, my opponent said the school uniform prepared for the students' future. However, students can't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they must have freedom for their clothing. Second, my opponent said regular clothes is expensive. And however, uniforms can also be more expensive than just regular clothes. It can cost more money, like hundreds and thousands, even there are hundreds and thousands of dollars to cost more like that. Now, Madam Moderator, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and ladies and gentlemen, I may now start my constructive speech. First of all, students always find ways to tease or bully others, no matter what clothes are worn. Those who wish to be particularly cool or popular will want to wear the same outfits as the popular kids. Even if they are not allowed to wear their own choice of clothes, many students will change into the minute of classes are over. Parents also often find some uniforms such as EG jackets or too expensive clothes compared to the rest of their child's wardrobe and complain of the most. Second, Madam Moderator, many parents will not agree to make their kids dress the way the school says the students should dress, not the way they chose for their kids. Parents and kids must have the freedom to choose what their children wear to school. In addition, schools have no right to tell their students or the students what to wear. Finally, clothes that students wear to school should be practiced. They should keep the students warm in the winter and cool in the summer. If the clothes can't keep the students warm in the winter, then they should not be worn. Like, if the uniforms are too heavy, students will be steaming hot in the summer. Thanks for listening to my constructive speech.
I thank the member for his remarks. I now call upon James, the second speaker for the affirmative, to give his rebuttal and constructive speech.
I will talk about what Brian said. First, if government pay uniforms for students, we don't have to buy uniforms. Second, we can make summer uniforms and winter uniforms. We don't need to worry about weather. For example, at summer, if you have gym at outside, we can change to summer uniform, so we don't need to be hot. Now I will start with my speech. Good afternoon, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, ladies and gentlemen. I will continue on with the affirmative case begun by my colleague Classical. First of all, if students are wearing uniforms, families who get low income will not wear bad clothes, and their friends will not be laughing at those people. Nobody will have their feeling hurt. Rich students may ask stupid questions like, why doesn't father have much money? Why are you wearing dirty clothes? Finally, let's say that students from renown, which everybody heard of, entering a tournament, judges get the first impression that the student will not be good because they represent a very good school. In closing, with the affirmative team, we would like to repeat that students should wear school uniforms because students can show how good it looks. Thank you for listening.
I thank the member for his remarks. I now call upon Annie, the second negative speaker, to give her rebuttal and constructive speech. Thank you, Madam Moderator. Before I begin my constructive speech, I would like to rebut the points made by my opponent's affirmative team. He said that school uniforms can help to get education. It would help students to work together. However, students need to work by themselves too. Students need their own clothes, not school uniforms. Good afternoon, Madam Moderator, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Annie Hong. Should students require their students to wear uniforms? Will the negative team support their school uniforms are bad for his or her personality, choosing their clothes, and school uniforms are old-fashioned? First of all, Madam Moderator, everyone has his or her own personality and characteristics. However, school uniforms do not take into consideration students' abilities and characteristics. Also, if all students wear school uniforms, people might be confused. Students want to show their good clothes in order for them to look beautiful or handsome, but school uniforms stop students from doing this. Second, Madam Moderator, students like to choose their own clothes. If they wear uniforms and cannot buy and wear the clothes they really want, they will soon forget how to choose their clothes. The worst thing is that bullies may pick on a student, and this student may not remember who was bullying him or her because they were wearing the same uniforms as everyone else does. Finally, Madam Moderator, the world today does not support the idea of school uniforms. School uniforms are anachronistic. Students do not want to wear old-fashioned clothes like their grandparents' clothes. Furthermore, adults who attended schools that did not have uniforms do not appear to have difficulties in the workplace today. In closing, Madam Moderator, we, the negative team, would like to say again that school uniforms are bad for his or her personality, choosing their clothes, and school uniforms are old-fashioned. Thank you.
I thank the member for her remarks. I now call upon Brian, the first negative speaker, to complete his rebuttal and give his summary.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. Before I can give my conclusion, I may now rebuttal from my opponent, Klaus and James. First of all, uniforms prevent from being teased. However, the other school children may say, which the school means, that school is meaning the schools didn't require students to wear uniforms. And that school children might say, you look so horrible on their clothes, to the children who have to wear uniform to go to school. And second, uniform can say the school is a good school. However, even schools who didn't require uniform can be a good behaviored school. Now, I may give a summary for the total of my from me and Annie. My point was that students find a way to tease or bully other people. Second, many parents will not agree to make their kids the way the schools did. And third, the clothes that students wear to school should be practiced. And the point from my partner Annie, constructive speech, is that first, some students might think the uniform fashion is a bad one, and second, the bullies might bully a lot of people because bullies might not bully a lot of people because they're wearing the same uniform every time. Thank you for listening to my summary and my rebuttal.
I now call upon Klaus, the first affirmative speaker, to give the final rebuttal.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. I'll now begin my final rebuttal. My opponent said that the students have freedom to wear whatever they want. However, we, the affirmative team, believe that they can have freedoms in their own house. Also, Madam Moderator, students can wear whatever they want on weekends. Schools are for studying, not doing whatever they want in schools. Also, my opponent said that students can have their own students have their own personality and characteristics, so they can wear whatever they want. However, we the operator believe that there will be some students who wear inappropriate clothes to schools, and uniforms are for stopping wearing inappropriate clothes. Last of all, my opponent said that school uniforms are too expensive. However, they wear it for 5 days per week. It reduces the price that students' parents have to pay for their clothes. Therefore, we, the affirmative team, believe that uniforms should be required to students. I'll now begin my summary. Canadian schools should require students to wear uniforms. Dress codes prepare students for the real world, and the wearing inappropriate clothes to schools, encouraging students who cannot afford their clothes, and the school uniforms can easily be identified. Thank you.
The debate is now ended. Thank you, debaters, for doing an excellent job. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a great audience.